Myanmar is tradition-rich country, and she has a lot of folklores. Lots of children are listen those folklores as their bedtime story. I will be reading 30 Burmese tales written by Maung Htin Aung in this series. In this tale, I will be reading The Opium Eater and the Four Ogres. Please subscribe and click the bell button to get notification when we upload new tales. Once 4 ogres came to a rest house in a village and ate up all the travelers who were sleeping there. Since that time, no one was ever bold enough to enter the rest house, and it remained empty for a long time. There was an opium eater in the village, and he was so lazy that he had no regular work. He moved softly, spoke softly, and was considered to be timid and cowardly. And he was always half asleep. One evening he ran out of opium, and had no money even to buy a few grains. So he went round the village, boasting that he was the bravest man in it, until the young bloods of the village became annoyed and challenged him to spend the night at the rest house. "Gladly will I do that," replied the opium eater, "provided that you fill up my opium pipe, and also give me my dinner." His pipe was duly filled, and he was given a bundle containing 1 fried lobster, 1 boiled egg, a bamboo tube cake, and a pancake. He was then escorted to the rest house by the young men, and left there. The 4 ogres came into the rest house at midnight, and they were surprised to find a human being in it. They came in with noisy footsteps, but the opium eater was so engrossed in his pipe that he did not hear anything. The ogres sat round the opium eater and rolled their big eyes to frighten him, but he did not see them as his eyes were closed in the ecstasy of opium. The ogres became a little nervous of this human being who took no notice of their presence. They became more frightened as they looked at him carefully, for they thought that he was eating fire. They did not know whether to eat him up or to run away. Fascinated, they watched him. The opium eater now felt hungry, and without opening his eyes, he opened the bundle. "What have we got here?" he asked himself, feeling the food with his hands. First of all he felt the lobster. Master Whiskers, I am glad to have you here," he addressed the lobster. But the first ogre's name happened to be Master Whiskers, for his chin was covered with hair, and he was sore afraid. Then the opium eater felt the egg, and said, Master Bald, I am glad to have you here." The second ogre's name happened to be Master Bald, for he had no hair on his head or chin, and he was sore afraid. Then the opium eater felt the bamboo tube cake, and Master Lanky, I am glad to have you here. The third ogre's name happened to be Master Lanky, for his body was thin and long, and he was sore afraid. Then opium eater felt the pancake, and said, Master Round, I am so glad to have you here. The fourth ogre's name happened to be Master Round, for he was short and fat and round, and he was sore afraid. Then the opium eater said to himself, "First, I will eat the Whiskers. Then I will eat the Bald. Then I will eat the Lanky. And I will finish off with the Round." At this, the 4 ogres knelt down before the opium eater and begged for their lives. The opium eater now opened his eyes and saw them, but he thought that they were asking for the cakes. So he said, No, I must eat, for I am hungry." "My lord," pleaded the ogres, "please let us go and we will give you the 7 pots of gold which are buried underneath the rest house stairs." The opium eater now realized that they were pleading for their lives and said, "All right, bring the gold pots here." The 4 ogres dug up the pots and gave them to the opium eater, who told them that they were free to go. The ogres went away, and they never came to the rest house again. As for the opium eater, he became very rich and lived in great luxury. That is the end of the story, The Opium Eater and the 4 Ogres. Read by me, Emma, Timber Music Channel. Please subscribe and click the bell button to get notification when we upload new tales.